Please don't follow me. Hey guys, it's John back in the studio again, drinking from my new Louis Pizza mug. That's my best friend's pizza shop in Delaware. They're closed for the next couple months, but if you're ever in the Rehoboth Beach area, go to Louis Pizza on Rehoboth Avenue and say hi to Tim for me. Recently, I've been watching a lot of my comments on the channel, and every so often I'll get someone to say, I follow John. Now, my hope is that when they say they're following John, they're meaning they're subscribed to my channel. There are a few in there that mean it in a different way. And I want to say it this way. I am not in any way, shape, or form looking for spiritual followers. There is no one greater than, less than you or anybody else. We're all equal. We're all on our own spiritual journey. This channel is about me talking about my personal truth, the things that ring true to me. And if they ring true to you, then maybe that's something you should look into. But I also have had several people lately who have tried to use the comments section to tell people they have to believe what they believe. And, you know, the concept of telling people they have to believe what you believe is vanity and the fear of not being right. It's the fear of your concepts being wrong, and you have to defend them. If you find yourself having to defend your faith, it's not about your faith being right. It's about you feeling the need to protect something that you've chosen to believe. And, you know, I had someone just this morning, I was reading the comments, was trying to convince everybody to give up all of their beliefs and go back to being Jewish, go back to Judaism. And my personal belief is that we ought to throw away all the ancient religions, all the New Age religions, just go back to loving one another. Because all the doctrines and dogmas and rituals and all the things that are in there are not of love. Those are of the mind of man trying to figure out how to understand something greater than themselves. When my regression, for me, it was so simple we have a hard time comprehending it. You know, the doctrines, the rules, the laws, all those things are not of God. They are of man. Even the 10 Commandments are listed in such a way that they are of the time. So it's a matter of us coming back to the idea of just be loving, period. There's no need for any of the doctrines, dogmas, or rituals. There's also no need for anybody to follow or anyone to say that I am a student of them. You know, I don't want that. I want you to open your mind to all possibility. Open your mind to all outcome. And, you know, what rings true to you might not ring true for another. I have wonderful friends who we openly discuss spirituality, and they don't agree with some of the things I say, and I definitely don't agree with some of the things they say. But we love each other. We and, you know, that doesn't mean our beliefs won't evolve in some way. For me, my beliefs are getting simpler and simpler and simpler. Just love one another. Be loving. Be kind. I had someone in the old membership group I had, which is now run by Marcy Layton. And if you want to find a great community where you can get online weekly and talk to some like-minded people who come from all different perspectives, then, you know, look into Marcy Layton's membership group. It's at Spirit Made Me Do It on YouTube. It's a great group. And Marcy and I don't agree on everything, but Marcy and I just love each other. And the reason this is because we understand love supersedes all. Love is found in everything. And, you know, I went through my time of going down, you know, listening to tarot card readers, and I studied atheism and Buddhism and Hinduism and all these books that in my house here, over on that wall and behind me here. I've read them from cover to cover, and I went down the routes, followed the Tao for a while, and, you know, really looked at it from the perspective of what does all this mean. And what I found was the simple truth was found in all of them. And the books will tell you lots of things, But you really have to come back to the perspective of looking at the books from your perspective. And for me, as I often say, I put my love goggles on before I go in, because if we're just here to love, then I should only read the loving things. And it makes those books really short. But what's interesting is you can find those teachings in all of them. You can also find those teachings in movies and cartoons, and you can find those teachings in the simple words of a child. You can find the teachings of love everywhere. But you can't find the individual doctrines everywhere, because the individual doctrines are from the mind of man. And my point of this video is really to talk about the idea of you stepping into your divinity. Greater works than I have done you will do. It is your faith that heals you. You step into your divinity. You step into that power, because that's what they all say, that you are a pinpoint of love on earth. And you can be the pinpoint of the lack of love or the pinpoint of expressing love. But you're the pinpoint of love in some form. Sometimes you show people an unloving thing, and that's the lesson they're learning about love in that moment. And sometimes you're the most loving person in the world, and that's the lesson you're giving them in that moment. But it's not a lesson like a school lesson. It's just an experience. It's an experience of the lack of love, or the complete acceptance and the complete giving of love. But there's no one to follow. There's no Messiah coming. You are your Messiah. You are the one who wakes you up to you. You are the one who exhales and finds the connection to God right there in your fearlessness. But only you can do it. And when you look to others and say, I follow this person, I live for that guru, you're taking power from yourself and giving it to that person. And if the guru is telling you that's what you need to do, then that's not a guru. That's a narcissist. That's someone who's telling you you have to believe as they believe. You know, I have known beautiful Muslims, Hindus, Wiccans, atheists, every walk of life you can imagine. I have met beautiful, loving people. I don't think they're wrong. In my Father's house, there are many mansions. But the mansions they're all living in are in the wonderful oneness of the God of love. And so you get to live in the wonderful oneness of the God of love. You don't have to live under somebody else's roof to do that. That's my thought on this. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See you. Bye.